Hello everybody and welcome to the show. Kevin's here at the Leeds house.
James is here at the Leeds house.
And we're talking about yesterday's game against Arsenal, when me and James had some really, really big predictions that we were probably going to derail Arsenal and knock them off their title perch. And I don't think that happened really, did it?
Don't know.
Don't know.
They might play us and then think, oh, that's a really tough game.
And then that's it.
And then just collapse.
That's collapsed. So, yeah.
It won't happen, but...
It was 4-1 to Arsenal. Obviously, I've mentioned this, that it wasn't the be-all and end-all with our season with that game. But, I don't know, we set up a bit defensively from the start in my eyes.
I thought we set up, after watching it, I thought we set up perfectly.
Yeah.
I think up until the penalty, I think we were pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too.
I thought we contained them. They didn't really cause us much problems. And we created chances against them.
100%. Well, we had some really, really good chances in that first half, and there was some really, really good attacking play. But I think in the overall scheme of things, that when that second goal went in,
it killed us off. It did. It killed us off. But he had an eye on Tuesday's game with the selection, which is fair enough. Is been brought here to keep us up and not to, win games against Arsenal and Man City, the big boys. You'll probably see that again against Liverpool. He'll probably do the same thing. But no, again, I thought we played really, really well.
In patches, I would say.
The first half an hour up into the penalty, I thought
we were really, really good.
The game plan, the selection seemed like a perfect pick for that game, because all they were doing, you could see, passing it from one side to the other and trying to get in, and they couldn't get in. But we were really dangerous on the attack. Some of it was amazing. For the first
some
half.
of it like the first half, didn't he? And the way he was running, and he just seems to nick the ball off people in that as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he seems to just annoy people. He annoyed Ben White for that first 30 minutes. Anyway, Ben White didn't really have much to say against him, and obviously
it was a good little battle between them.
Yeah,
it was a good battle. But he's come on in the last couple of games really well. Somerville, I really like what I'm seeing from him.
Yeah,
and I think it's only going to get better.
Well, we mentioned this on I don't know, obviously we mentioned this on the last podcast. Me and James have done a alternative commentary of the game, and we're putting together a highlights reel of this now, so it could be come out in the next couple of days, and you'll hear some of the highs and lows of that, how we commentate on that, and some of it's absolutely hilarious and some of it's absolutely diabolical. So we're just getting rid of some of
it's not there at all, because it's just us going
yeah. And obviously that was our first attempt at doing any sort of alongside commentary of any game that we were watching, and so
listening to on the radio.
Listening to on the radio. Sorry, Dan wasn't watching it. Definitely weren't watching it, and we'll see how that goes. We do like a highlights reel of that. There's some funny stuff in there.
Yeah,
but we'll get back to the game. I guess
back to the game. Yeah, it was up until the penalty, and unfortunately, Mr. Ayling. He's been singled out, hasn't he? Having a bit of a mare.
Yeah, on the socials, and some other content creators have said that Ayling obviously had a bit of a mare yesterday. At the time, when we were listening to the stream, we were thinking, "Oh, is that a pen?" But I've went and watched it back about 20 times since then, and look, he just pops his leg up, doesn't he, and touches it, and it's the way the game is now. Yeah, that's a penalty.
It's as soft as shit.
Yeah,
but let's get to the real reason behind it, and it's obvious now. That's 2 seasons in a row.
2 seasons in a row.
He's still trying to get a contract at Arsenal.
He's trying to get.
It's obvious. Absolutely obvious. And I can't believe that we haven't seen that. So 2 seasons, got sent off last. Yeah, he got sent off last year for that crazy tackle out of nowhere. That I don't know what he was trying to do. And then today he's just gave a little toe poke to Jesus. He can walk on water.
Yeah, he can walk on water,
but you can't stay on his feet.
He can walk on water, he can't stay on his feet.
On the grass. It's grass. Grass is weakness.
And do you know we always talk about this. There's always something that happens, isn't there? It's like Wolves. A striker hasn't scored for a year, then one of their strikers scored, Cunha. Yeah. And Gabriel Jesus hasn't scored since last year.
You say Cunha scored. It was more of a Wobero.
Yeah, it was more of a Wobero. And then Leeds, Gabriel Jesus hasn't scored since last year and all that. And then Leeds
He's been injured, though.
He has been injured, yeah. But so it's still a record, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, I think
Leeds always giving out gifts.
Yeah, we do, and I mean it weren't really we gave them the opportunity of that penalty, but I hate it because when you see, I'm going to keep going back to it, when you see some of the penalties that we haven't got for some of the tackles and challenges, and then you see penalties like that given against you, it's really hard to take. But like as you say, in this day and age, you can see why.
You've obviously the bigger clubs in the leagues always seem to get a bit more decisions when it comes to the penalties,
and it's just like it's buying into that sort of bias thing, isn't it? Like Seaman said, it may maybe even be thinking that like in like the referee's eyes and stuff, like Arsenal need this freaking Leeds.
Yeah,
because that's what I'm sticking with.
Yeah.
So anyway, but back to that game, it was a penalty that you could see this season and for an amount of other games it's given, and he tried his best to miss it as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
If Melier was just 1 foot longer, 1 inch longer, maybe he would have towed it away. 1 foot longer, he wouldn't have.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly.
Massive. But yeah, it's just one of them. And once that second goal goes in, I think the game's gone then, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we're just like, right, it's collateral damage time. But I still feel at that point you think you just go for it, and don't you? You're not going to win. Just do what you can.
Yeah.
But we sort of knocked the stuffing out of us for about 20 minutes, and then it was 3-0, and then Christensen has turned into Alan Shearer.
He has turned into Alan Shearer, hasn't he? And then he's got a nice little goal for him. It was obviously a bit of a deflection there, but fair play to him. And
he deserved that goal for the first attempt that he tried in that first minute.
That first second.
Yeah, that was a shot.
That was a great strike. That was, yeah.
2 goals in 2 games, and we wrote him off.
Yeah, we did write him off. Yeah. Well, right. Any Leeds player off Carroll. We wrote Firpo off, and now look at him.
He's doing well.
He actually had a really, really good game yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
He's lucky he weren't playing against Saka, I suppose, but I mean, Trossard's not a bad player, is he?
No, he's not.
He played well against us yesterday, didn't he? Yeah.
I mean, he did when he had the ball, and he's good in the area, and he's what I want
Aronson to be
in the area.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was good, and old Ben White scored.
That was a bit shit when he was celebrating.
Looked a bit too happy, didn't he? Fucking mahogany wardrobe looking.
He's been on the sunbeds way too much, hasn't he?
He's been in his oven.
He's been on sun.
I'm straight into his oven.
It's been next to the sun by the look of it.
Yeah,
eating a McDonald's apple pies. No, but he's top of the league.
Yeah,
and you know what? He's part, like we mentioned this on the one yesterday, didn't we? That we were talking about how he knows some of the lads on the team, but it's basically a completely different team now that went up to the team and with the team that he was part of.
So manager, everything.
Yeah, if a lot of players that were playing that he went up with from the promotion winning side, maybe he doesn't celebrate that goal as much.
I think you've got to look at it what it was now. It was just like him. He was loaned out to us for a season, and
he wanted to come,
but he didn't. He stayed at Brighton for a year, and then he went to Arsenal. Now he's playing with Arsenal. Played for him last year.
Yep.
Now he's top of the league with them. So
yeah, that's it. I'm not going to hold anything against him.
Playing in his favourite right.
He is a Leeds player.
Playing in his favourite right back position.
Yeah, and then get taken apart by Somerville.
Yeah.
So,
but
there was a couple of good things that happened yesterday in my eyes. I mean,
there was a lot of good things that happened yesterday.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people. Sorry, carry on.
We can't take yesterday's result massively into account because, like I say, if you look at the stats of the game, right, what are we in a relegation battle with half of the league?
It was 16th, haven't we? At the minute.
At the minute, yeah, it was 16th at the minute.
But West Ham are on in the background, and they're beating Southampton 1-0 while we're doing this.
Yeah, but like this is the top of the league. We're playing yesterday, who have been on fire, beating everybody. So they've had 13 shots, and we can see, like, we watched what happened. We see what happened on that. They weren't all. Melier weren't making save after save after save.
No, well, we had some big chances. The one that sticks in my mind is the one where Harrison got popped a little bit too wide by Aaron.
Yeah,
Ramsdale's had
but
to make
there's
that
been a
save.
few. There's the back heel from Sinisterra, whether or not that was offside or not. There was a Somerville chance when it was played through by Rocker.
Yeah,
But like he did do good things. Rocker did.
yeah,
He's been slated as well.
yeah. But he did have some bad
He
moments.
did. Yeah,
yesterday.
like there were like obviously Ayling was terrible.
And I'd say Rocker was the next worst in my notice.
But he did do good things in that first period of play when it was 0-0. Everyone was performing well, and we were doing well. It was like we just sort of, the penalty was harsh, but you could understand why it was given. The second goal killed us. But then the stats of the game, we've had 7 shots, they've had 13, and we, like as I say, if you can remember keepers making saves,
It was at Ramsdale.
Ramsdale was making saves. That, you know what I'm saying? They've had 6 shots on target and they've scored 4. We've had 5 shots on target.
Yeah.
So we have to take the positives from that. We didn't have any forwards on until the 70th minute or something, whatever they come on. And we were playing with players who were coming back from injury. Sinisterra has not played.
Yeah, honestly, I saw it. He took a bit of a hammering from yesterday as well. I was thinking, he's playing as a false 9. Hasn't played for ages.
I liked some of the stuff that he did. Some of the
one where, that one moment that really got me with Sinisterra yesterday is when he's tackled
Martinelli. Yeah,
and
oh my God,
I know I could have literally went crazy at that because there was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, it was just, I hate that. I hate it. I hate how that was even, and there was a lot of little sort of touches on the feet.
Yeah,
and then I can't stand them.
But yeah, so on while we're on that, we'll keep on Sinisterra for a second. He showed some good touches in that yesterday. Towards the end, it's like he took his while to get into the game, but he was jumping around, he was challenging for headers, everything like that. And I'm a bit of a fanboy of Sinisterra. He's gonna be really, really big.
You just need. I think what the difference between Sinisterra and a lot of players that come in is, he doesn't. He's good, and he's good with the ball, but his work rate needs to pick up.
Yeah,
that's what it is with Sinisterra. He needs to be tracking back a bit more, and getting that up to speed. Because obviously, he might be a luxury player that you give him the ball, he can do things, but he needs to. If he's going to be that, he needs to show a lot more of that when he's doing that, and then you sort of get away with the other bits and bobs. But while that's not kicking, he needs to be working hard.
Yeah,
but he did do good things. Another good one, Ruta.
Come on, looked really good.
And he did change the sort of flow of the game a little bit, and he was getting.
Well, he was the impetus for Christensen's goal, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was getting us up the pitch more, and he was taking players on. He looked good. Some of
the skills he pulled out yesterday were absolutely fantastic.
Some of it, and it's like
he's fucking skillful. He is.
Yeah, I was saying to you, I think in a couple of years, if we keep the nucleus of this young, the good young players, because we are so young, and people keep forgetting that.
There's if you look at the squads, only maybe around Southampton and Arsenal, but around the same.
That's it, yeah. And you've got, as we spoke about before, you've got two trajectories in what that's happening. I mean, Southampton have sort of started that process now, and they're in the same like us, but we were probably doing a little bit better. Arsenal were top of the league. Yeah,
and they kept Arteta in role, and he's working with all these young players. And he's done that. Obviously, their players are a little bit better than us.
Well, they are, but where they haven't got these good nucleus of young players that they want to build up,
they've got good tactics as well.
They've brought good experience in them, and our experience is Championship.
Yeah.
So our big, strong, experienced players are all from
used to ball busting, runners from start to finish.
And
games.
you got
not very tactically fluid.
Ayling, Bamford.
Yeah.
Rodrigo, you can sort of say, but he's a forward and he's only started playing well this season, so no one's going to listen. No one will listen to what he had to say for the last 2 seasons because you have to show it on the pitch first before you can start. You know what I mean? So, our experience comes from lower leagues, and sometimes that shows. So once we sort of start replacing them players, you get the good experienced players in, along with these players growing.
Yeah.
In a couple of seasons, I think we'll be flying higher.
As long as we can keep it all together, but we're obviously
we have to avoid relegation first.
Oh yeah, that's true. But we have been sometimes a bit of a selling club as well in the past few years.
Well, we've had to be because of the position that we're in. And I say selling club, we didn't sell anyone when we first went up. Not anyone that we needed.
Yeah.
It was only this season that we sold Rafinha and Phillips, and Rafinha wanted to go to Barcelona, and Phillips wanted to go and sit on Man City's bench all season. So
eating cake.
He's trying to get the body like McKennie.
Yeah, he is. That's what he wants to be.
McKennie body.
Yeah. And yeah,
McVitie.
Vittie's
body.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's you can't take too much like negativity from yesterday's performance, because
not at all.
No one expected us to go there and win. Not even play well, completely be against it, and we weren't, and that weren't it. That weren't what like yesterday was. They were clinical when they had to be in the chances. Some of their goals were a little bit easy. Like the header was just
like a bit of a joke, weren't it?
Yeah, it was just like switching off. But you can't give up once you're 2-0 down, because you will get punished. But it is what it is. I do think you have to take the positive from yesterday, though. Definitely.
Well, I want to see, after what I saw yesterday, I think Rodrigo has to start on Tuesday, in my eyes, and maybe even play Rutter in behind him.
Well, this is where we're getting to that point now. Yeah, we've lost Nonto.
Yep.
He may be back. Maybe Tuesday might be a bit too soon for him.
Hopefully Palace.
If not, he won't be out too. But the thinking behind it is he won't be out too long.
Yeah.
You've just got to look at the options now we've got up there.
Hopefully
Wober's back.
Palace have won, and apparently they had 34 shots on goal yesterday under Roy Hodgson.
Wow.
I know.
Well, that's irrelevant.
Apparently Zaha got injured.
Yeah. So they've got to come to Ellen Road, and they haven't been good when they've come to Ellen Road.
No.
We've been good against Palace.
Yeah, I'm not on about in general though. Yeah,
we were rubbish last year, and we were better than Palace last year.
Yeah,
they don't do well against Ellen Road.
Well, and they haven't got Colin Gallagher this time either, have they? And he's always played well against us.
Yeah, but I think we'll as I say, the nucleus of this forward attacking, if they can get all fit. Somerville's starting to play well. Harrison's starting to, he's starting to got another assist.
He ran himself into the ground yesterday.
He did. I know.
I don't think. Honestly, I don't even think it was his fault because Ben White in the back post.
Well, they mentioned it on Thingy, didn't they? That he kept looking on the square ball match report. That he kept looking. I didn't notice that he kept looking to see where Ben White was, and then the moment he didn't look, went. And you can see him with his hands, his hands in his face and stuff.
Oh, that's a shame, man.
But it is what it is. That's where you've just got to be switched on all the time.
We were like really
blame him too much.
Yeah,
he's not a defender.
We were really like up in thinking that we were going to beat these and that, and then during that,
we're going to beat before anyone, mate. I'm not going to sit here and go, I think when I lose this game, I'm always going to think the best version of us is going to come out, and we're going to beat them. If we don't, we don't. And then we'll look at it, sort of try and analyse it the way we analyse it.
Yeah.
And see who was shite and who weren't shite, and just take it from there. We just go on to the next game, and it is what it is.
That's true, really. And so, okay, so there was some... Bamford obviously met with Gabriel again yesterday.
Jesus' big brother. That we've decided
they do look like they are. Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel,
slightly larger version.
Yeah, and they're pretty good. Bamford obviously give him a whack, obviously straight away. Obviously from the last game.
God, yeah.
They don't like each other, do they?
Yeah, I don't know. They seem like they're in a relationship.
I've got a theory about Patrick Bamford.
What is this theory?
I think that he does sit down wheeze. He's the sort of bloke that does sit down wheeze, isn't he?
I think he might have it. He might do.
Yeah.
It might be more comfortable for him. He can sort of look in a mirror.
Yeah.
And brush his hair.
Yeah.
Work on his accent.
And scratch them.
That's what he does.
Fucking sideburns.
What he does. Works on accents, I've decided.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Just stand on the toilet while he has a wee.
So I think that some of the positives that came out of there, I thought he could have maybe give some of the younger lads a bit of play time when we were 4-1 down. But yeah, it was nice to see Rutter get on that pitch and show what he was about. Because if you listen to the long commentary that we do, and we'll pop it on in the next few days, we are waxing lyrical about loads of players. But one thing that I've just remembered about yesterday's game is we didn't really talk about Pascal Strike much. He was like, he weren't about. It's like you weren't playing.
I just kept calling for him to score a header.
Yeah.
But they would. You couldn't really identify anybody at the back there that was doing anything really good because they were all just seemed to be working sort of as a unit.
Yeah, and we didn't know where Christensen was playing for half the match. And then towards the end of the game, he was the furthest man forward. Yeah.
He was clearly a false nine.
Yeah. Something anyway, weren't he? And when he scored, he got well excited.
He had the best opportunity.
Yeah, he did, both of them. He came closest out of a lot of players.
He did. He had three opportunities. And
that one that he did whacked over, though.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity for him to score. And I don't know, judging by his obviously exploits last week and his first attempt, there should have been a goal for him by his standards.
Yeah, it should have been. Yeah,
let down, absolute let down. No, he scored. I don't think he took a deflection.
Do you think he might start at right back against Nottingham Forest?
I think he might play. I mean, you can't.
It's got 2 and 2, mate.
Not play him now.
Yeah,
whether he's a fullback or not. I mean,
he didn't do any foul throws either.
No, I don't know why he keeps doing that.
Yeah. Because Verpa didn't even get a yellow.
I think it's all his battles with He-Man that's been doing him in.
It's a skeletal.
Skeletal.
But yeah, he didn't even get. Verpa didn't even get a yellow card.
No, I think he was all right yesterday.
He's turned the corner. I think there's tactical.
Like I said to you, he's became a competent left back.
Yeah,
like he's not doing anything outrageous.
It's a tiny switch in tactics has helped him become a way better player.
Well, that's what he needed. He needed to be out of the limelight because every time it requires a lot of work doing either Bielsa or Jesse Martin.
Yeah, they were both demanding systems, weren't they? Yeah,
especially. It's like obviously Bielsa's mano a mano. It's like you beat me. It's 1-on-1. So
Harrison does a lot of running wingers as well, doesn't he? As well, so
and like obviously Premier League wingers are excellent all over the place. They're all excellent. And then Marsh was just leave the fullbacks exposed.
Yeah,
just leave them exposed all the time. So it was a lot of hard work for the fullback. So maybe just not having that much sort of put on him to be an attacking threat in this system won't help him just be a better defender.
Yeah,
and it's working. So carry on.
Yeah. So if we're talking about fullbacks now, then. And obviously, a couple of the content creators have been talking about this as well now. It's just that obviously the right back position is still there to be won by any. You're saying Alien Christian, but then Drama is going to come back. Apparently, he played really, really well yesterday.
He's playing well. He's been playing well for Luton since he's gone there.
Yeah,
he's doing exactly what he did when he went to Cardiff. He's been really good since.
And I'm hearing like rumours of him like Bruce here, Dortmund, Newcastle. I mean, he's got to be a good player for all these looking at him.
Well, he's a good player in the Championship.
He was good. He was a good player for us.
That's what
when he came in the Premiership, though, and Bielsa. He had some good games.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember last season.
He played left back in that though.
I remember last season against Arsenal, he got his ass ripped.
Yeah, but that was that.
No, like I'm not knocking him. I mean, what I'm saying is, like, if we're going to be logical, he's been excellent since once he's gone on loan twice. He's gone to Cardiff and he's gone to Luton and he's been excellent. He's been an excellent fullback in the Championship, and that's the matter of the fact. Until you give him a run of games, which he hasn't had, you're never going to find out. But while you've got Ayling and you bought a new right back, Marsh was never going to play Drama. when he's bought Christensen. So maybe in the summer, Javi sees him.
Yep.
And then he looks at Christian Ayling and says, well, I don't need one of you.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's like he wasn't around when Javi come in, so.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, Javi seems a bit more practical when it comes to players and that as well, doesn't he? He's like, he picks players based on systems instead of...
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like him having 3 right backs might be like, this is perfect. I've got 3 teams that I can play.
Yeah.
Either like one in each of these team selections. So you don't know what he's thinking behind it. We'll see what happens in the summer.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, we've lost to Arsenal. We've got 3 right backs in the squad who could be playing next year.
Yeah, we have. And that's
we've only got 1 left back though.
Brilliant. We've got 1 left back, and
who's the best left back in the league right now.
Yeah. We don't need to see when you've got Junior Firpo, no other left back needs to come
in as well. No. If he shaved his tash though, we would be in the shit.
Yeah, well, let's not think about that day. Let's not think he takes Bamford's advice and starts shaving unnecessary hair away.
So we're not going to be doing this week any more Bamford jokes, if I'm being honest, because we know he does sit down wheeze, and he's got no sideburns.
Got no sideburns. He just sit down with, and he and Gabriel seem to really hate each other, which is strange.
Yeah, but
oh well,
I can understand why.
No, hopefully he starts getting back up to fitness as well. The more forwards fully fit, the better. I think coming into the running.
And Sinistera playing that many minutes as well is always going to be good.
Yeah,
Some of them look good. I think Silver's going to start against Forest.
I think he'll start as well. Yeah. I think after. I mean, you could probably argue for even Ruta coming on and doing what he did.
Yeah.
You could even argue for him starting.
Just not
Harrison played well in patches. Somerville was really good for the first half an hour. Sinistera grew into the game a bit. You could see that he's got something, but he just needs to. I suppose
he's a run of games, doesn't he? He needs a goal. He needs a goal.
That'll come in time. But I'm glad that. I mean, I like that he used this game as a way of getting, say, like a player like Sinistera, minutes in the game.
Yes,
because he probably realised it was going to be a lot of chasing.
Yeah,
which he wasn't.
He's a smart bloke, and he seems tactically astute. I think maybe some of the substitutions come a little bit later than usual than they should have done.
I think they were probably pre-planned.
Yeah,
judging by the type of game it was
and the players he brought on.
Yeah, I think you might be have the idea of, like you said, maybe bringing the younger players on to give them some minutes. Bringing them on in a game that you're losing is not always great. I mean, I know it's going to help them just play games anyway, but you probably want to save that for winning a game at home, get your home fans behind you. But I don't know. I think the substitutions were definitely probably pre-planned, especially with Rodrigo.
Yeah, getting
a certain amount of minutes in. Bamford same. We'll see on Tuesday.
Yeah,
I'll see live on Tuesday what happens.
Yeah, so we've got Forest this week. I don't think we're going to have time to do a Forest preview this week, are we? Really?
We could sort of add a little one in now.
Okay, I think we're going to win.
I think that. I think we're going to win as well. I think we're going to win quite comfortably. I think it's going to be.
How did they get on yesterday? They drew, didn't they?
They ended up drawing, yeah.
With Wolves.
Yeah. Wolves. Yeah. They ended up drawing.
And Brennan Johnson scoring again. Honestly, without Brennan Johnson, I don't see them doing much. If I'm being honest,
he's a good player.
He's a great player. Well, what do you think we tried to sign him?
Well, because he's a good player.
It's mad to think that every player that Victor Orta said we've been linked with has gone on to be amazing, except from Decathlon. You know what I mean? A lot of them, haven't they?
Well, yeah.
Like I say, the one that always sticks out is Kvaratskhelia.
Napoli.
Yeah. Look how good he is now. He's a £100 million player.
Yeah.
Why didn't we sign him?
I don't know, man.
I think Victor Orta didn't like his little wisp.
There is they've got to have a certain sort of mentality about him as well, haven't they?
Well, he's got some mentality, James, to just run past people.
No, I'm not about in terms of his personality.
Yeah, that's what I mean. His mentality.
Not on about on a football pitch. I'm on about you see the way how Ruta is, how Nonto is. They're very sort of down to earth.
Nice,
you know what I mean?
Please don't bully me.
There doesn't seem to be any sort of big egos. Overwhelming egos and personalities in the change room. They seem to be all sort of.
Yeah, you're right. There must be some sort of personality test that they do, mentality test that they do for the players that join these, because all of them seem to be kind of on the same wavelength. Yeah. I know some of it was a bit of a fucking chav before but he's obviously turned that around as well.
Yeah, in that interview he said that you come with a bit of an ego himself, and it's sort of he had to ground himself.
Nonto's helping
in this team, Nonto as well. But yeah, it's and even some players just might not have wanted to come to us.
Yeah, that's true,
we have to understand that as well. We are not where we were before. As much as we think we are a huge club around the world, which we are. Other people don't see it.
We've got to remember, a lot of the players that we're trying to sign were babies when we were in the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, Forest, Tuesday, I think we're going to win that.
Yeah.
I think we're going to win that quite comfortably.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think someone's trying to come down a tree outside.
Yeah, someone's trying to cut down a tree outside. So that's not good for us at the minute. But yeah, I think we may be able to try and do something before then, but I wouldn't bet me house on it. But yeah, I think we're going to win, and I think we're going to do a big one on Wednesday. We're going to get the fallout of the the Nottingham Forest game. I always say Fallout, by the way, because I play games as well. So yeah, Fallout is good.
And a lot of Fallout is a very good sort of choice of words for yesterday's game.
Yeah,
it was Paul. They did score Fallout. Yeah. So there's that connection that we've just connected right now. We did it.
Yeah. So I'm feeling positive for Forest.
I'm feeling positive in general.
Yeah, it's Ellen Road. First of all, Forest a shit away. Second and third.
Oh man.
Oh no, I was just jinxed that, boy.
Oh, Leeds.
Oh, Leeds. Leeds is always something, isn't there? Yeah.
So we're gonna play terribly.
Yeah, we're gonna play terribly.
We're gonna have
no goals.
Not zero, because that means we can't score. 10% possession.
Yep.
We're going to have 2 shots. Score 2.
Yep.
They're going to have 43 shots and score 0.
0. A clean sheet would be lovely, wouldn't it?
But we're going to win 10-0.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That means it'll be 20.
But I equated that to 2-0, but
yeah,
we're going to win 10-0.
Okay.
10-0.
Right. So, 10-0 for James. I'm actually going to go for 3-0.
Just a quick little, let's run through like team-wise. What do you think after yesterday's selection?
I think we'll go
took
back
us
to
by surprise.
Yeah, I think we're going to go back to a back 4, and I think it might start Christensen. I think depending on Vauban, Strauch, I'm going to go Melier, Christensen, Koch, Strike, Firpo, McKennie, Rocker, Harrison, Somerville, Sinistera, and Rodrigo. And then Rutter come on as an impact player.
I think he'll play Aronson.
Do you?
Yeah.
What, ahead of Sinistera?
I don't know ahead of who, but I think he...
Well, he didn't play that bad yesterday.
He didn't.
Really, yeah.
He didn't. I think he does...
He looked a lot sharper.
He likes what he does, and he must be doing some really good stuff.
He plays better against the better teams anyway, due to the fact because they're not as rough.
Wasn't it him that set up the Christensen chance that he blazed over?
Yeah.
So he's finding...
He's like I say, he comes alive in the box, doesn't he? But yeah, so you think Aronson's going to start?
I think judging by his selections that I've seen so far, he likes Aronson.
Yeah.
I
think Sinistera will be dropped.
I don't know. Possibly. Because of there's so many that you can pick from them.
Yeah, he's got a million
and you don't know what his thinking behind the game is. He's going to have a plan for Forest.
Yeah.
And how they play. So I want to say that.
Yeah.
But he might have a different formation. He might play a completely different formation.
Yeah. He's tactically astute, isn't he?
Yeah. So I'm not gonna guess. I think he's gonna find a place for Aronson. Definitely. I'm gonna say he might start with Bamford, and then bring Rodrigo on.
Yeah.
And then I think them two will be they'll be out of them two to start if they both remain fit going forward. But I think this week he might start with Bamford. I'm judging on the substitutions and he come on first and stuff.
Rodrigo came on first yesterday though.
Did he come on first? Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
And then he played as the 10 when Bamford.
I'll go Rodrigo then.
Yeah.
If he brought Rodrigo on first, I think he might play. I think he might start Rodrigo.
So obviously we've made our selections there with Nonto and Voba, just basically saying that they're out at the moment.
Yeah.
If they're involved, I'd be surprised.
If they're involved, I think Voba
still won't start them anyway.
I think Voba might start.
Yeah, Voba would, but not Nonto, sorry.
But not Nonto.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, and I hope he does bring Roots on again. Give him a run. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. We've got a football game on again, haven't we? Yeah, it's not Man United this time.
No, it's not. You've got West Ham, Southampton.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously we keep an eye on these relegation battle fights as well. And yeah, so we've just seen that Brendan Rodgers has left Leicester by mutual consent as well.
Oh.
So they'll love that because I don't think they'll have to pay him anything for leaving. And then he'll be manager of Tottenham next week, won't he?
Probably, yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Daniel Levy will love that even more because he won't have to pay for Brendan Rodgers to leave Leicester.
No.
So yeah, they're going to love that. Okay, right.
Excellent.
So yeah, we've got Forest Tuesday. We're all knowing here that we're going to win.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it live. Yeah, I haven't mentioned.
I'll be watching it somewhere. I'll be watching it somewhere. But yeah, I guess that's this week's show complete now, really.
It is, yeah. I think we've done that. Good in patches yesterday. Fortunate about the result. I mean, no one expected us to really, really win that game, but positives we'll take from that.
Yeah, and thank you very much for listening.
Yes,
we'll be
guys.
back to you on Wednesday.
Thanks, boys.
Cheers.
And
I'm Kevin.
I'm James.
See you soon.
See you later.